Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the absolute nightmare that is suicide drone swarms and taking a look at a new weapon system that's stepping up to become the guardian of tomorrow's skies. Just picture today's battlefield for a second. We're seeing multi-million-dollar main battle tanks and incredibly expensive anti-aircraft systems completely obliterated by DIY FPV drones that cost maybe a few $100. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's the stark reality of modern warfare, where the economics of combat have been completely flipped on their head. Air threats are no longer just advanced fighter jets or high-end guided missiles. The real danger now is swarms of cheap, low-flying drones that are hard to detect and ready to crash into their targets with pinpoint accuracy. And that brings us to a massive headache for militaries worldwide, because for the past few decades, military doctrine has heavily relied on surface-to-air missiles to defend the skies. But think about it. Firing a Patriot or even a Stinger missile, which cost anywhere from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars each just to shoot down a cheap kamikaze drone, that is military economic suicide. If the enemy sends 100 drones and you have to fire 100 missiles to intercept them, you're bankrupting yourself just trying to stay alive. This glaring blind spot has forced NATO commanders to completely rethink their tactics. And right now, the most logical solution is reviving an old technology that's been overlooked for way too long, the self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, or SPAG. But today's anti-aircraft guns can't just be standard machine guns spraying lead into the sky like it's the Cold War. They need to be smarter, hyper-accurate, and seamlessly integrated with modern sensor networks. And this is the exact moment where the German defense giant Rheinmetall stepped in with a totally game-changing answer. Enter Skyranger 30, an automated anti-aircraft gun system designed specifically as an apex drone killer. This isn't just a new piece of hardware, it's a massive paradigm shift in tactical air defense. Let's break down the beating heart of the Skyranger 30. At the center of its turret is the main weapon, the 30mm Oerlikon KCE revolver cannon. This isn't your average gun. It's an absolute masterpiece of Swiss engineering, a country with legendary status in anti-aircraft weaponry. Thanks to its revolver mechanism, this thing can spit out an insane 1,200 rounds per minute. Imagine 30mm supersonic projectiles tearing into the sky, ready to absolutely shred any target in their path. But an extreme rate of fire isn't its only trick, because if you shoot fast but miss, you still get a 0, especially against small, highly maneuverable drones. The real secret sauce and the true climax of the Skyranger 30 lies in its ammunition. Rheinmetall uses a smart munition called AHEAD, which stands for Advanced Hit Efficiency and Destruction. The way this ammo works is basically engineering magic. When the radar locks onto a target, the fire control computer calculates the distance, speed, and trajectory in a fraction of a second. Then, as the AHEAD round fires and passes through the muzzle, it travels through an electromagnetic coil that programs a highly specific detonation time into the electronic fuse of every single round. When that round reaches the calculated distance, usually just a few meters short of the target, it airbursts, releasing 162 cylindrical tungsten submunitions per round in a forward-facing cone. These tungsten fragments fan out like a lethal curtain of steel that no drone or missile can dodge. Imagine firing a short burst of 10 or 20 rounds. You're throwing thousands of tungsten fragments into the air. It creates a kinetic wall that shreds the target into scrap metal in midair, and it does so with incredible ammo efficiency. But all that firepower is useless if you can't see the target. That's why the Skyranger 30 is equipped with some of the most advanced sensors on the market to handle stealthy threats. The turret is fitted with 5 AESA radar panels, providing full 360-degree coverage without any blind spots. This new AAMR radar can pinpoint tiny targets like drones or even incoming artillery shells and rockets. However, in an era of intense electronic warfare, emitting active radar waves can give away your position. To solve this, Rheinmetall installed a passive infrared detection system called FIRST, or Fast Infrared Search and Track. This system quietly scans the sky for heat signatures without emitting any electromagnetic signals whatsoever. It allows the Skyranger 30 to ambush and swat enemy drones out of the sky before they even know where the shots came from. Beyond the main gun, the turret is highly modular. It has the space to integrate short-range air defense, or SHORAD, missile launchers. Whether it's American Stingers, European Mistrals, or newer missiles like the Defender, combining a cannon for close-in targets with missiles for medium-range threats turns the system into an impenetrable mobile air defense dome. And the kicker? The entire turret weighs only 2 to 2.5 tons. Compared to its older sibling, the Skynex system, this massive weight reduction is one of its biggest tactical advantages. Because it's so lightweight, the Skyranger 30 can be easily mounted on various wheeled armored chassis. We're talking about the Boxer 8x8, which is the backbone of European armored forces, the Danish Piranha V5, or the Austrian Pandur Evo 6x6. Mounting it on these vehicles means the Skyranger 30 doesn't have to sit statically defending a base. It can shoot and scoot, escorting tank columns or frontline infantry. It can power through mud, cross rivers, and cruise at highway speeds while projecting an air defense umbrella the entire time. This is exactly what modern armies need: fast, highly mobile, and always ready. To give you a clearer picture, I've put together a spec comparison between the highly mobile Skyranger 30 and its older sibling, the Skynex system, which has been making headlines in Ukraine. Let's look at their specs, estimated pricing, and cost per intercept to see exactly why NATO forces are throwing their budgets at this tech. Looking at this table, the different design philosophies are obvious. With its 35mm gun, the Skynex is a heavyweight brawler. It shoots further and hits harder, making it perfect for locking down bases or critical infrastructure, but it's heavier and less mobile. The Skyranger 30, on the other hand, downsizes to 30mm to drop its weight to just over 2 tons, making it incredibly agile and perfectly suited to roll alongside frontline armor. But the most crucial metric here is the cost per intercept. Shooting down a drone with the Skyranger 30 costs roughly $3,000. Compare that to firing off $100 million missile interceptors, and you can see why this is a true game changer. It's finally letting military commanders breathe a little easier when facing down swarms of cheap drones. And this leads us to a massive geopolitical shift. Right now, NATO armies are in a frantic race to buy the Skyranger 30. Under the European Sky Shield Initiative, or ESSI, a German-led project to create a unified European air defense network, the Skyranger 30 has rapidly become the new gold standard. Germany spearheaded this by ordering an initial batch of 19 systems mounted on Boxer vehicles in a contract worth nearly 600 million euros, and they have framework plans that could see them buying upwards of 500 to 600 systems in the near future to completely plug their short-range air defense gaps. But it's not just Germany making big moves. Austria made history as the first European customer to order the system, securing 36 units to mount on their Pandur Evo vehicles. Denmark quickly followed, ordering 16 turrets for their Piranha 5s. But the most eye-catching move happened in late 2025 when the Dutch Ministry of Defense signed a massive contract worth almost 1 billion euros to acquire 22 Skyranger 30 systems. What's interesting about the Netherlands deal is that they're mounting them on ACSV G5 tracked vehicles. Plus, they aren't just buying the mobile versions, they also ordered static, truck-transportable versions to defend fixed strategic locations, with deliveries expected between 2028 and 2029. This rapid fire of contracts and deliveries reflects the absolute urgency within NATO to adapt to the brutal lessons of modern warfare. And the tech keeps evolving. In early 2026, the Swedish company Lumibird secured a contract to produce their Vidar laser rangefinders specifically for the Dutch Skyranger 30s, proving that this system is constantly integrating the bleeding-edge tech from partners across Europe. Now, if you thought a revolver cannon with smart ammo was the peak of this tech, think again, because Rheinmetall isn't stopping here. They're already looking at the next major leap with the Skyranger 30 HEL, or High Energy Laser. This system combines the main turret with a 20-kilowatt laser weapon that can be upgraded to 50 kilowatts in the future. Adding a laser to the mix elevates defense to a whole new level. Lasers destroy small drones at the speed of light, operate silently, and most importantly, the cost per shot is literally just the cost of electricity. As long as the vehicle's engine is running and generating power, you have an unlimited magazine of laser shots. This is the ultimate endgame for defeating cheap enemy drone swarms. facing them down with laser interceptors that are even cheaper to fire. In conclusion, the Skyranger 30 is much more than just a new weapon. It's a symbol of NATO's adaptation and survival in a rapidly changing battlespace. The shift away from outrageously expensive missiles towards highly cost-effective, precise, and mobile kinetic destruction will inevitably dictate how wars are fought in the coming decade. We will definitely be seeing these armored vehicles patrolling the front lines, scanning the skies, and protecting infantry from the silent threats dropping from above for decades to come. So, what do you guys think about the Skyranger 30 air defense system? Do you think this technology can stop an enemy drone swarm with a 100% success rate? Or do you think militaries will just build new drones specifically designed to evade it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoy this kind of deep dive military tech analysis, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more. I'm Mix, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.